these are all very important legacies that we retain, that we get due to the Olympic Games. This also helped us to improve the environmental standards. We have a whole project on improving the environmental standards. We're very thankful to the International Olympic Committee for that. In Russia, in the transportation sector, in the municipal infrastructure, we are now, for the first time, following very high standards of accessibility. And even today, Sochi's legacy can be seen in terms of the accessibility or accessible environments, and not just for Sochi, but it will be rolled over to other regions of the country, again based on the very high standards of the Olympic Games. Another important legacy is starting the volunteers movement. The volunteering is about helping such global events like the Olympic Games. Holding such important global events as the Olympic Games or the World Cup is expected to be serving a very powerful boost for the infrastructural growth. And infrastructures, of course, underpin economic growth. They help develop the relevant athletic sports, and they will be introducing certain new things for the country, positive things. We want to show that Russia is not limited to Moscow, St. Petersburg. We want to show that Russia has changed since the Soviet time. We are one of the European nations. And I think the Football World Cup is to change or impact a whole generation of people. Quality of life will be changing, governance standards will be changing, new jobs will be created, there will be a totally different level of services to be provided across Russia. And this is something that we will be retaining going forward. The level that we achieve is something that will be felt by the local population. There'll be a whole new generation of administrators, managers, social workers who will then be embracing new, better, higher standards. And this I think, is the important legacy apart from the infrastructure in new roads.
I think the legacy games can provide a platform, a strategic platform, if you like, for business, for governments, for local business, international business as well, to have a place in that country. And I think that's how you need to think of an Olympic Games, not as a one-off moment, as important and exciting as that is, but as a much broader platform. It can do amazing things for your brand. It can bring people in, they understand what your country is like, what your culture is like, and in the case of Russia you can see how the country is operating more broadly, visit some other parts of the country and understand how it's changed in recent years. You only have to look at Beijing or Vancouver in recent years, the legacies that they've brought to their populations and to elite sport as well. And clearly what we've tried to do through our transfer of knowledge program that we have, which is pretty extensive, is to make organising committees and bidding committees before that understand that they have to think long term about how the Games is going to affect their city, their country and their brand in the world. People sometimes, when they think of a negative legacy, think of Athens, but actually Athens too has a fantastic story to tell. New airport, new transport infrastructure underground, the dock lands redeveloped.
And I think about our youth, about our children and students who are very different, and I see there is a lot of interest in learning English. Our taxi drivers now want to learn English. They understand that more and more foreigners will be coming. I think that's probably the most important outcome or legacy of preparation and hosting this event. We need to organize these events in different cities that help us develop infrastructure, that help us transform our people.
And definitely I believe that Sochi will leave a great legacy. There is definitely the appeal and the reputation of the country. There is a tangible infrastructure, not only the sporting one, but also the public one, railroads, airports, energy plants, sewage systems. So I could go on for a very long time. And there's also the human legacy. It's all the expertise you will gain, but it's also the fact, and no one can deny this, that a major sport event has as a good result that young people go to sports clubs.